Hello, adventurers. Come, take a seat, for the story I'm about to share may be one you would like to hear. Some tales are recorded by the tomes of the ancient library. Some are told by a most curious friend of mine, but this tale is special. I was able to record this one myself, in my own words. A most unlikely of groups would gather, one that nobody could have ever imagined getting together. Though the reason for their forming is one based on debts, it would grow into something much more intense. This group consisted of a tiefling, an orc, a squirrel person, and 2 elves, one of the land and one of the sea. And together, they were going to take on the most dangerous foe the world had ever encountered. So, without further delay, let's see where this tale takes us. I gotta start in 3, 2, 1. You good, Val? That's how we're starting it. I'm not waiting anymore.
No, just do it.
Yeah.
I'll actively go in and kick him in a minute. It's fine.
Welcome back, everyone, to another session of Magic Abound. Sometimes we play D&D. Last session, our band of, we won't call them heroes, because that's probably the best descriptor of them. But our crew here landed upon the continent, we'll say, or the island of Valgate, looking for one of the ancient elemental gems, having met a very strange individual going by the name of Adam Timothy, and being sort of led to this, what they know as like a local settlement, hopefully to get more information on this gem or anything in the surrounding area. So I believe the last time we left off, you guys were there, or were you on your way there? I think you guys had gotten there and were on the outskirts.
I believe you're on the outskirts of the settlement. Well, at least we're definitely on the outskirts.
It's been so long, yeah.
I believe we're on the outskirts of the settlement.
Yeah.
Either way, we were just going to the settlement. Unless there was some huge thing that happened between there and the settlement, we could just say we got there, I imagine.
I don't think so, yeah. So you guys... Oh, go ahead.
My familiar and manifest mind is just floating around us.
Gotcha,
Keep them watch.
Little guys.
Yeah, so you guys are following Mr. Timothy here to what looks like a small settlement. It's definitely not anything recently built. It is small. There are like wooden palisades and wooden barricades all around the place. More individuals in this sort of like heavy winter uniform, sort of guarding along the tops, keeping a very close eye on you, but not necessarily being aggressive. You see, as you walk into the settlement through this very large open gate, there are quite a few people here running around in more, winter clothing. A lot of them sort of giving you very curious looks. A lot of them are humans or humanoid in stature. Quite a few elves, dwarves. Not a lot beyond, your stereotypical races here. And all of them are covered in some way, shape, or form in these weird, like, tribal tattoos that you haven't seen quite anywhere else. These people have been here for quite a long time, it seems. And they're all speaking, in hushed tones in a language you can't understand nor recognize as any standard language that you would be accustomed to hearing. Mr. Timothy sort of leads you through town. A few of the locals do stop and speak to him, again, in this weird language that he responds back in kind before leading you to a semi-large building that seems to be sort of the equivalent of an inn. He steps inside. You guys see, as you all step into the building, it's a lot warmer in here. There's a big fire going in the fireplace. Not a lot of people in here except for someone cleaning behind what looks like a bar, who just looks up, gives him a nod, and he leads you all upstairs, walking down a very long hall until he gets about halfway through and opens the door and motions for you guys to enter. As you guys sort of file in, he closes the door behind you guys. You're in a decently sized room, one large bed in the middle, just a basic inn room, it seems. Though it does feel a little more personal than just a room you would buy at an inn. Like, people that have been here have sort of put their own touches to the place as time has gone on. And you all are just sort of standing around in this room now. What would you guys like to do?
So while we're all probably like soaking from being in the snow, I'm gonna start casting precipitation on myself and others that let me. I don't want to make a mess in your home.
You see Timothy sort of like nods and he goes, not really my home, but I'm sure the locals will appreciate the gesture. I've just been staying here for a while I do my business, but I wanted to hear more about this invasion of the hells that you keep talking about, and if you have any more specifics you could give me.
Question to the DM.
Uh-huh.
Can I do a perception check to look for valuables?
You could do a perception check, yeah.
Oh, we're starting off strong with a 19 plus 8.
Okay, so you're looking around this room. There's not a lot that you would consider valuable. But one thing that looks shiny is kind of on like a dresser nearby. Kind of like in like one of the where like cooking would be done. There's a small like cooking fire and stuff. There is a set of very shiny looking utensils that have like sort of like these fancy engravings on them and stuff, and looks much more fancy than just a standard set of silverware.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay.
My general understanding of the whole situation with these hells and these demons. Demon's looking for key. We found guy trying to get key. We killed him. He's gone for a bit. He'll be back later. He's a bit weird like that. Then we're gonna find these stones to stop him getting the key. So then when they do turn up, they have less stuff in the shortest possible terms.
You see, he nods, and he sort of looks. He
Probably
nods
not
like
yet.
respectfully, but you can tell he's like not. It's a bit simple, and he just kind of looks at everyone else to see if anyone else is going to add anything.
Put a mate's head off with this. Pulls out the big old sword. Demon-y fella.
This is the tiny sword. It's a short sword.
Yeah, well, in my hands it's like a dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this sword. What is it
It
off?
looks big to me.
It's actually average.
It's actually average size sword.
I hate both of you.
Well, we killed a fella. Ranting about the hells and whatnot. He cut his head off. But he said he'd be back. Don't understand it.
Well, if you're using that sword, and he like points to it, and he goes, then it was either a devil or demon itself, or a very powerful warlock. I guess most of you don't know how devils and demons really truly work, I imagine.
It was explained to me, but honestly, I didn't really listen.
Weren't listening.
No, if I can kill it once, I can kill it again.
That's not how that works.
Oh, technically.
We got Miss Revivify over here telling us how things work.
What does that have to do with anything?
Well,
I'm sorry, what? Sorry, go on.
That really messed you up, didn't it? He kind of turns to you. He turns back to everyone. He goes, devils and demons don't die in the material plane. They sort of just get... It's not a soul, but the essence of what they are gets sent back to the hells, where they regenerate and then can come back. The only way to truly kill a devil or a demon, especially a very powerful one, is to kill them within the hells.
Should we get to kill him again?
Well, I imagine if you didn't kill him in the hells.
That's good business.
That sword is meant to specifically make the process last longer, not outright. The process of regeneration lasts longer than outright kill them. But considering the fact that you had to use one of them on someone here, that's quite a big player within the hells.
Bit of a pushover, really. Ellie didn't like him too much. He got quite passionate in the battle.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Editor cut
I
into
don't
the,
really care for the hails.
the clip. Go get it.
I'm not cutting videos together.
Howard.
editor real time telling you no. He sort of looks at everyone. He goes, so what you're telling me is that eventually there will be another invasion.
Yeah.
Oh, apparently, yeah.
Well, that's not very good. Well,
We had a captain that was kind of leading us on this, but he kind of got sent to the hails too.
He was an idiot, really.
Yeah, it was alright, but he seemed a little out of his depth, to be honest.
well, in dealing with the hells, most people are, but your words, not mine. So you're here looking for one of them something, I'm assuming?
Yeah, we just need another rock. And we assume this one has the cold variant that we're looking for.
Well, I'd assume so. It should still be here. I was one of the people who was in charge of making sure they were hidden after all.
How old are you then?
Uh,
From what I remember, the first age, what, the fourth age? I'm getting really far away from the
Failio, why are you walking around? We're having a conversation.
Well, I was it was getting a bit dark, so I closed my curtains. Well, because that was all in from my small understandings from the first age, and it's been at least
around 400 years or so, give or take.
yeah. Now I'm not great, but that makes you at least 300 years old.
On the material plane, I've been around for about, 400 or so.
Your math is way off.
That sentence sounds sus. On the material plane, I've been here for 400 years. What does that mean?
Are you asking that?
Unfortunately, I have about 9 intelligence.
Videos. Yeah, it's been around that. I was one of the first elven individuals to actually sort of migrate from the Feywild, so in the Feywild time doesn't really correlate very well, so I don't know how long I existed over there, but it's been a while. But yeah, I could try to help you out. Unfortunately, I don't know where the thing ended up. I just know I sort of just pointed on a map and said like that probably be a good spot, and then someone else took it from there.
We do have something we could try.
Oh,
And
okay.
I'm gonna look over at Vagan.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna point at you with message. Should we tell him about the butterflies?
The vegan nods.
Why are you looking at him for that?
Because he's the captain at the moment.
Well, they're my butterflies. I have them.
Oh no, he's sailing the ship. As specified when he took this role, he's not my captain. He's the one sailing the ship.
He's a bit of a sourpuss, really.
Specifically, when we were deciding who was going to take over after Dadrick disappeared, I went, we need someone to steer the ship. I did not say he's my captain.
The most capable, handsome, dastardly pirate.
You chose yourself.
I've never been great at sailing the ships. That was not my job.
Raelio, do you want me to be the captain?
Honestly, I'm not sure who could take this role at the moment. It's a bit of a fucking mess. Might have to cut it out in the first 10 minutes.
What's your name again, sir?
You're asking the other person in here?
Yeah.
Adam Timothy. Quite a standard name.
Adam Timothy, we have these butterflies that we found near one of the sites.
Medicine time for my cat. Hold on.
Don't mind her. She's feeding another member's cat. We have these butterflies that were near the crystals that we found in the original site. And what we noticed is they're attracted to their energies. And what we're thinking is if we can either breed them or have them close by, they may try to fly towards the direction of where the other powerful crystals are that we're looking for.
Could work. It'd be a very long process. I know specifically some of the elders in this village here. Well, there's a lot of people here that still tell stories of this place before it became Winter Incarnate, before we shoved the gem here. They might have an idea where it's at, but getting them to talk to you, as it is right now, would be quite difficult. They don't really trust anyone that's not them. I barely got their trust in this whole matter, and since the Imperials have come tromping around here, it's been even worse.
Ugh.
So what you're saying
Well-
is we need like a trade of sorts.
More likely than not, they're gonna ask you to do something for them in exchange for the information that you want. Seems how they work most times.
I mean, it's at least it's more interesting than having to buy the information and such.
Yeah, they
Um,
don't really work with money, funnily
Well-
enough. So
The Imperials are dumbass. 10 minutes. The Imperials are dummies, so we could probably just see if they kidnapped any of the locals, and we could try to see if we could save them in return for information.
I would probably, it's probably not like an. I would talk to the elders first. They have a weird like honor system. I've barely got them to. The only reason they're allowing me around is because I kill Imperials real good, and they like that. So
How strong would you say they are?
who, the Imperials?
No, the elders we need to talk to.
They know very ancient and incomprehensible magic, even to me. So maybe.
So you're
Pretty
saying there's a
strong.
chance?
No.
I would not suggest slaughtering
Uh,
the locals.
what type of magic do you know?
Oh, I just know the basic. It's been a while. I'll get back to you on that. I'm not quite sure. It's been.
Prepares to cast Meteor Swarm real quick, just test his magic powers out.
You see, he goes. I know as an elf, I have innate magic. I have not
Okay.
used it in over 200 or so years. So
Okay.
I
was
prefer
gonna
guns, as you can probably tell.
What language does the local speak?
Some weird ancient dialect of common. I
Adam
haven't quite.
Timothy out here using American magic.
Good. Well, I can sort of speak to the locals. I just can't understand what they say. But I
Well-
could probably do a workaround.
Well, if you, I have learned the language. It was painstakingly difficult. If you wish to speak to these elders, see if you can get anything out of them. I can try to translate. But
Well, I have telepathy, so I could do that.
but that's all you folks are looking for. You're just looking for a gem here.
Oh yeah, what would you? Yeah.
Spit it out.
Well, no, that's basically it. The other thing is, it's not just the gems are one of the goals. What we're aware of and what we've been informed of is these demons and devils and such will be appearing in about what, a year's time. I've got some people I've got to go talk to. I think everyone here's got some people they're going to go talk to. We need to find some other strong people who can probably help us in this fight. So if you know anyone who's willing to go fight some demons in about a year,
Probably could round. What I've been doing over the past couple years as the Imperials have tried to colonize the archipelago here is I've been basically raging a guerrilla war all over the islands. Hasn't been going too well. I haven't been really succeeding that much.
yeah, gorillas are
But-
quite hard to fight. To be fair,
Most definitely. He just sort of nods, like he knows everyone else gets it. He goes, "So, I'll help you folk out, but after all you're done with all this, you see, does any of you have a map of the archipelago on hand?"
Yeah. I don't know who's got it, but someone does.
I have a map.
There we go.
Can I see it real quick?
Of course you can.
He like takes the map from you, and he opens it up, and he points to that the specific island on this map. I will point this one right here, the one that was marked good.
Good.
It's circled.
No Imperials go there. Therefore, it is
Yeah.
good.
He points at that. Like he goes to point at it. He sees the annotation on it, sort of nods at it approvingly, then like taps on that, and he goes, "I've set up shop there with the few people I could gather. That's why I'm sort of here helping other people, trying to gather more support for a free archipelago. But meet me up up there when you get the chance. And we can start discussing plans for the future. There's quite a lot of people that don't want to see the Hells return, so you could probably be pretty easy to get a hold of allies."
I just noticed something about this map.
Mm-hmm.
I made this map a while ago. Look at this little bit of the island. It looks like it's pointing towards the other island. There's just a hand.
Oh, it does.
Sorry, I was just looking at the map. My bad. It's funny. Little hand.
The map maker admiring his own work. Damn. During the session, bro, it's kind of low.
I hope it's a good map.
It is
It's
good.
good. Not looking at because we've got a different one laid over for the video.
Speaking of low, the quality of this map's insane.
Whoever made it is a talented cartographer.
But he sort of gives you the map back, and he goes, "All right, well, is there anything else you guys want to ask or need to go over or anything like that, or you guys just sort of just the all business type?"
Oh, nothing comes to mind.
Do you know any people who sell spell books in this area?
There is a shop within the actual Imperial City down in the south of the island that would maybe have some of that kind of stuff. But I don't really think that's a place you guys want to go to unless you absolutely have to.
I'm gonna look over at Vagan.
Hmm.
Wait, do you want another heist?
Oh, absolutely.
We're stealing from the library.
Now look, you get we'll talk to the elders. You can get whatever tasks they're probably going to ask you to do. But after you do that, I've been sort of planning a little something within that city as well. You can choose what you want to how you want to go about it afterwards, but you might get that chance to go there and do that heist that you are non-nonchalantly talking about that I totally 100% support.
Oh, you're awesome.
Hey, if you're gonna take it to the Imperials, you're a friend of mine. But there are quite a few things we could do here, and you folks seem like the most capable of handling it. No offense to the locals. If you guys hadn't shown up, we probably wouldn't have succeeded at that ambush that you guys like dropped in on. So, I'm just saying.
Any excuse to kill Imperials, really.
Pretty much.
That ain't a
good
bad skill to
downtime.
have.
It's just a pastime, really.
I've never been one to like sit still, so.
So, if you're all ready, there is a small.
I think. Oh, hello.
Discord's lagging.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think it's back now. It stopped for a
The-
moment.
there's a small.
Yeah, there is a
There's
small. There is a
Yeah.
small.
Me.
Bro, that went
See,
so
I'm-
quiet all at once. I like looked around like if time stopped.
Time is stopped.
So here's the thing.
Here's the thing. Chestnut cast silence.
Yeah, Chestnut's just like, no. There is a small trading outpost. They don't sell much, basic ingredients and potions and whatnot. If you need anything, but other than that, they can't really offer you anything. So, but if we're all, if you all are ready, we can head out.
Absolutely.
No, I know I generally don't need it. We're pretty good at that, but do we need to, like, if there's a market, should we maybe get some some little potions and such, maybe. Could be some helpful things to have in the long run.
Get some what?
Potions.
Potions
Oh, potions.
and such. See if there's any at the market.
Wait, how
No
big is
harm
this
in
Imperial
looking.
City?
At least two.
There's at least two
Maybe three.
Imperials.
He goes, it's a decent sized city, a little bit bigger than it's like a normal. I say city, they call it a city. It's more like a town with a giant outpost, like fort connected to it. They've taken to commandeering a local settlement for imperial business, and I've just sort of started calling it a city because they built a giant fort there. It's the fort's bigger than the actual town, so pretty village-ish.
So what are we all doing then?
Hmm.
So what's everyone's thinking first?
Vagan looks towards Relio. I believe we go investigate this little fort.
Let's go
In
do
that case, should we go by the market and check if we've got any potions?
Let's head to the market, boys.
Because, slightly out of character, that might be a good idea because we've got some gold.
Out of character, is Celestine coming with us, or is she staying with?
I'm gonna say she'll stay. She'll stay with Adam Timothy, and
Okay.
I'd imagine how it would go is she would talk to the elders while you guys are
Yeah.
off doing other stuff.
Does she know? Understand languages?
I
Whatever the spell
don't
says.
know.
Um,
So she has Adam Timothy, so
Okay.
it'll be translated.
Do you have tongues? I was going to ask you that earlier, but we're in character, so I couldn't.
I mean, I don't think so.
It seems like the sort of spell you would have, is all.
No, because my character has
Telepathy.
telepathy, and technically I can talk to anyone and they understand me in their language, but they just can't respond in that same way. So,
Okay.
like Mr. Chestnut would be like, "Do you want this?" and just have him like shake your head up, yes or no, or whatever,
Okay.
for lore reasons.
That sounds fair enough.
That's why he never learned it. But I know he wants to learn it eventually, just so he can actually communicate with anyone. But let's look for some books and potions.
You know, I get to use market ambient sounds.
Wait, so is the fort the Imperial or within this community?
No, the fort is the Imperial. Like
Okay, just
he's referring to this settlement down here.
I heard village, then that, and I'm just like, wait.
Because he was referring to the fact that
Yeah.
the Imperials call it a city. What they've done is they've basically slapped a fort in
Oh.
the middle of a settlement and called it a city.
Okay. So I'm like, wait, what are we in right now?
You guys are just in a local settlement.
Okay.
What he's talking about is the fact that what he basically says the Imperials have taken a local settlement, slapped a fort in the middle of it, and went, "This is our city now."
We made this.
Exactly.
Oh, they should have added a watermark that said "Do not steal SMH."
True.
Damn.
That's completely watertight. You can't get past that.
Yeah, there's no way you could ever get past that.
We
That
should make one
argument.
for the channel, actually.
Oh wait, so if we steal the books, that might be stealing from like regular folk and not Imperial.
And
Hey,
when we concerned with moral obligation,
It's not just locals living there. More like, I believe I haven't been there. They'd probably shoot me if I did show up. I have a feeling that there are other Imperial businesses that are also there, and this magic shop is probably one of them. The locals know magic, but they aren't the studied
Yeah.
type of people.
Oh, if it's stealing from an Imperial magic shop, I'm happy to do it. I do have experience with black market trade.
Well,
of course you do.
if you are going to check out,
Yeah.
Ellie, we're criminals.
You're criminals.
Why is she here then? And he points to Ellie.
She's a pirate. She just can't accept it, really.
No,
Yeah, she sunk a ship. She killed people.
they made me think a
We
ship.
didn't make you. We asked you. You said no when we said do it, and you said
She
yes.
actively turned someone's bones inside out as a bear.
She did.
That was you threw me.
You.
Yeah, but you turned into a bear.
That is
It
true.
has to be thrown.
I did.
You did make the conscious decision to turn
was
into a bear.
it was a gruesome sight. It was probably the most violent death anyone's had in this campaign so far.
What's the campaign?
Fuck the campaign.
Oh no, don't worry about it. It's fine. I was doing some minor fourth wall breaking in character.
See,
Oh.
don't worry, Mr. Timothy. She's just dealing with post-pirate clarity is all.
Ellie, as a scholar, an organized course of action to achieve a goal. Why do you think we're all working together?
Hey, I'm only here because I had that debt to pay off.
Yeah, so that's our campaign.
And of course, are a amazing ambience as a group. Keeps you around.
No.
Every group needs a bully
Yes.
victim. That's how it works.
Yes,
That,
that's something I agree with.
Mr. Timothy, do you have a way I can leave these losers?
He kind of looks at you and he goes, I am actively running a guerrilla campaign against the Imperials that all I can ask of you right now is if you want to join. That's probably your only way of getting away from them.
She could probably turn into a gorilla.
Can you
God
do
damn
that?
it.
You become a gorilla.
Nathan, have I seen a gorilla?
I'd say if you've seen a gorilla.
Yeah, I could probably turn into a gorilla if I tried.
A
Why?
silverback gorilla.
It's a big gorilla.
That's a big gorilla.
I like gorillas.
I'll be a
Honestly,
gorilla.
hard to
You
find.
could be a gorilla.
I hate you.
Have you ever tried wrestling a gorilla? It's pretty hard.
Have you?
I've never attempted
Yeah.
to wrestle a gorilla.
Why?
It was there.
What?
What else can you turn into?
Not a
Anything?
dinosaur in the water. That was a whole bit I had to cut out the video because that was like half an hour long.
I can turn into basically anything as long as I
Could
know
you
what
make
it
a
is.
normal
And I've seen
animal bigger? Could you be like a gorilla-sized rat?
it. No, that would require a different spell. I think.
That sounds like a fun druid subclass, actually.
The druid of large. Circle of large boy.
A dragon the size of a salamander.
The circle of big.
Bigify. Circle of-
I'm not anymore.
Circle of inverse.
I'm gonna invert your bones.
Like you did without the guard when you turned into a bear.
I didn't invert his bones, I crushed them. There's a difference.
Yeah, you didn't kill him in a normal manner, like stabbing him, shoot. You crushed him to death.
I imagine Timothy has been slowly like backing out of the room this whole time.
He's standing there. He has been actively like trying to ask you guys something, but you guys just keep talking. So he is just sort of standing there, just waiting for you guys to finish.
DM in character just said, "Shut up and let me say something."
No, like, but the funny part is like as you guys like noticing this isn't the first time this has happened to him. He's unnaturally calm about having to wait this long to say something. He's just like he's been used to it before.
Right.
Where is-
Sorry, Mr. Hold on. First of all, Vigan, I would love to hear your word on how I would have stopped myself crushing him when I was going fast as a rat, then a bear.
No, I was going to
There.
ask, do you think he had a family when he went, or no?
You're not gonna have a family for long if you don't shut up. Anyway,
You think?
anyway, I was gonna shut him up. Mr. Timothy, go on. What are you trying to ask us?
I think he's like, do you think his family
Shut
like,
up.
Open casket?
Shut up, Vigan. Shut up.
It's quite hard to have an open casket when there's no bones left.
True.
I
He
hate
turned
you.
it, turned it. Was he a human or not? I don't remember.
Mr. Timothy, please help.
Regardless, he's turned to soup now.
Mr. Timothy, please help me.
Even I didn't kill people. I just hit them in the head really hard.
You are a pirate. You actively kill people.
Those people I didn't. I just knocked them unconscious and
That
dragged
is
them into
true.
a room.
The only Imperials that ever survived due to the fact it was easier that way.
It was more convenient to just put them to sleepy time, but then you decided to crush a man to death.
Radio threw me.
You could have stayed a rat. You did make the conscious decision to crush a man to death. Under your massive girth.
I'm just gonna put face in your hands. My face in hands. Just. Mr. Timothy, please speak so they can shut up.
Go ahead, Mr. Timothy. I apologize.
It's quite all right. Not the first time. I'm surprised I only waited this long. Usually it goes longer. Well, if you are going to the city,
That's what she said.
he stops. Takes a
Okay.
moment.
I'm going to mute myself for a minute.
Like, here's you guys go. He stops for a moment. You can tell he's trying hard not to laugh. Before it continues again, he goes, "There is someone I'm trying to get a hold of there, who is currently technically on paper an Imperial.
Ew.
I know. Just they're trying to defect with quite a few other soldiers as well that I've been trying to get a hold of. They'll recognize me the moment I go in there. If you guys could try to find her, that would be most appreciated. And she may have more information on what you're trying to locate as well. Your friend Celestine here will stay on my end, figure out what the elders say. You guys can see what my contact has to say. And hopefully they line up. If you could do that for me, that would be much appreciated, and I will make sure you're compensated for your time.
I will definitely keep an ear out and one working eye.
What's the contact's name again?
She goes by... let me see. He pulls out a scroll. She's only going by a Miss Keldathi in my correspondences. Apparently she's a higher ranking officer. So
Do I recognize that that name with my history?
roll a history check for me, please.
Can I as well?
Yeah, anyone who wants to
Yeah, I do, even though my brain tells me I've heard that name before.
Oh.
Okay, then. I think Mr. Chestnut has heard that name before.
I'm also.
20 plus 8.
I got a nat one. I know nothing.
I got a 17
So it's my
with
wife.
a natural 19.
18!
It's my little sister.
So, everyone except for Ellie. Ellie, you don't really work around or know any Imperials by name. You don't know. But everyone else recognizes the name because she is essentially, even for Imperial standards, has been just bounced around a lot. Mostly to places that are out of the way, no action, nothing really to do as punishments. She's a bit of a rebel. Though, I will say, Relio, you have specifically heard of maybe a crew you've worked with a time or two has been sort of hunted by a crew she's commanded, but obviously she never found you guys, and most of the time she's sort of again in these backwater positions just so that she doesn't cause trouble. So hearing that name and hearing she wants to defect is not a surprise to most of you.
Seems we've finally found a good Imperial.
Did I ever meet her?
With you got the 20.
Not 20.
She has,
for a total of 28, by the way.
I would say, she has actively come to you, in your shop, and given you things that were definitely you weren't supposed to get a hold, magical items that you were not supposed to get a hold of.
My queen. I met her before. I love her.
But yeah.
Which way is she? Where am I running?
Relio, not Relio, Vergan.
Mr. Chestnut?
Yes, she was an Imperial.
Hmm.
Don't kill her. She's not anymore.
Yeah, that's what defecting means. Yes, good job.
Yeah, I know.
We will
Oh,
judge
God.
her character as we meet her.
What, Jan?
Can you deflect from your audacity, Ellie?
No.
Exactly.
That is physically impossible.
She's too committed.
I will judge this Imperial as non-biasedly as possible.
She gave me cool items, Vagan.
So did I.
And I love you.
Oddly wholesome.
No.
So where are we heading out? Because I feel like I stretch my legs.
South.
I recommend maybe we have a bit of a rest first, as some of us may or may not have taken damage in that previous fight. I don't know if it's been a day because we just travelled straight here.
Yeah, it hasn't been. No.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it
we've
took a
not long
couple
rested
days.
since the fight, if anyone's.
I took 0 points of damage.
Same.
I don't believe in damage.
I guess I just suck then.
Sucks to
Damn.
suck, really. Oh.
Well, I've taken 5 damage. I've taken 5 damage and 1 rage, so I'm fine because I'm not the 3 rages.
Well, we can just get some rest and get back up in the morning.
Do you have any spells and such? Bit of mechanical checking.
I will say, either way, whether you decide to head out now or later, you will get a long rest in between.
Never mind. Yeah, we're good.
It's just whether or not you want to rest right now beforehand or do anything in the settlement beforehand.
Let's go around the settlement. We said they don't use money.
Yeah, he specifically said they're like more of like a. He didn't say so, but you could assume if they don't use money, they're more of like a trade or bartering like sort of system.
Oh, I do have a good axe I'm probably never going to use. I could trade some stuff for.
I do have a wand of magic detection. Did any of you want it?
Like, in the group, or?
Yeah, because I could probably trade it or sell it.
I trust my eyes when I'm seeing me weapons and all that. I'm gonna go to the market.
Let's go to the market.
I head over to the market, absolutely.
Yeah, Adam Timothy will follow, sort of just as like your translator. So you guys all head out to this like little market area where he kind of shows like there's a like small set of stands sort of set up in like a semicircle that just have people outside like cleaning the stands, you know, making sure snow doesn't accumulate on the like top kind of cloth roofs of it. There's a stand that seemingly sells like food, like extra food, extra harvest. There's a stand that seems to sell alchemical ingredients and potions. And then there's another stand that just sells what looks to be a collection of shiny rocks.
Ooh, shiny rocks. It's a dangerous, a very dangerous stand for Vagan there.
I'm going to cast magic detection or ritual it on the way there.
Okay. And you're looking just in general around this like marketplace for magic?
Yeah, anything that glows.
I would say the potions glow a little bit, just because they are magical potions. But neither the food nor the shiny rocks glow with any sort of magical aura.
Do any
And they
of
have weak
the
shiny rocks.
Do any of the people walking around, are their weapons glowing at all?
No, it seems like everyone who's walking around just has normal. They're not even like metal weapons, really. They're sort of just like crudely put together. Like you would imagine either stone or some other type of like hard material, but it's definitely not metal.
Ew.
Aurelia, these weapons are kind of primitive.
What is this, Minecraft?
If they have some primitive weapons, maybe we've got something pretty good to trade for some of those potions and stuff.
There are weapons. Because I have 2 daggers.
Well, I just need, like any of the melee weapons, I should say, because there are like some like the more dedicated guards do have like seemingly scavenged Imperial rifles. But other than that, it's more or less just sort of spears and axes and stuff that have been sort of cobbled together.
I have something potentially very good to trade. I've got a rather shiny battle axe that I'm not that great with. I don't think anyone else here is planning on using battle axes. Doesn't seem like your vibe. And I can tell you it's going to be a damn sight better than any of the weapons I've got here. I've got a +2 battle axe that I just can't really use.
Why not?
Because I don't have mastery in battle axes. So even if I miss with the glaive, I do 8 damage, basically.
Just get it then, SMH.
Yeah,
Master
just
Just
get
master
master
it.
it. Yeah.
Just master it, stupid.
If I miss with a glaive, I still do 8 damage a turn. Glaive's kind of crazy.
Just don't miss, SMH.
I'm explaining to you mechanics.
I know. Isn't it the same with having mastery with maces? You also get damage, even if you miss.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah.
But I have 15 feet of I missed, irrelevant. But yeah, that's an option. I imagine that would be a decent thing to trade if you are doing trade. Probably get quite a few things for that. Although it'll probably sell for quite a lot as well in the city if I needed to. So that's an option.
Probably in the city, because I care more about magical stuff anyway, so that's just me being picky. The potions are probably good to you, because I see they're magical, though.
I'm gonna go to the potion table. What's your strongest potions?
Are you saying that to the person behind
No,
them?
I immediately went to the old potion seller video in my head.
I just watched that the other day, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
You can't handle my strongest potions.
Potion seller.
I'm gonna inquire about the potions on the table.
Okay,
So
so it's basically a back and forth between Adam Timothy and this person behind like this stall. And he's gonna relay to you. There are like available if you have a good enough trade. There are both just normal healing potions and greater healing potions. Here, there's also a potion of cold resistance and a potion of invisibility available.
Invisible potion, that's uninteresting. Although we can just do that whenever we want anyway. I don't have a lot... Okay, saying I don't have a lot to trade. I do have a bag full of, like, golden chandelier still.
You do still...
Whatever that's worth.
You have not managed to pawn that one off yet.
Well, we're not being able to do that yet. I'm gonna just take some of, like, the golden chandelier, like, things out, like, interesting.
You see the person behind like this stand here like leans forward to look at it, kind of squints a little bit, and then sort of gives you a nod and pushes forward about 5 of the normal healing potions forward as sort of a trade.
Huge trade deal. I'm doing that instantly.
You just like you grab the potions, and the individual, it's not a very big individual behind the stand, like very like not physically imposing, but just sort of grabs the golden chandelier part that you handed over, just casually grabs it, just like it would be any other object, and sort of can't really get it behind like in the actual stand a bit, so just like sort of sits it behind it.
I only took that to trade off anyway. I wasn't going to do anything with it. So
Yeah.
it works. Yeah, that works for me. I've procured us some healing.
For a chandelier?
It was made of gold.
Oh.
I think.
It was.
Was it gold plated?
It's very ancient gold-plated chandelier because it's from the very first episode.
Yeah, it's from the first episode. Yeah, I have no idea. I really picked it up exclusively to look at it and go, "Well, that's cool," and give it to someone else later to buy stuff. I'm keeping the coins because Mr. Chestnut had some sort of interest in them, I believe, because they were properly ancient coins. At least that's interesting.
Hmm.
In terms of stuff, I have no idea if I just gave away something I might have needed later. Maybe we did. Maybe we didn't. I don't think it would.
Find out
You
in
won't-
episode 22.
I say you won't know till later.
Suddenly,
Did-
someone's made a whole working mech out of chandelier parts.
that individual shopkeep comes back in a mech suit, that's just chandelier.
I've got us 5 little potions of healing. They could do you up in a pinch if you need it.
Better than nothing.
Okay. Is anyone else attempting to trade anything?
I am golden with items right now.
What's everyone's potion situation looking like other than me? Because I had none.
0.
Potions.
All I heard was 0 in Spanish.
I have healing spells.
Well, I'll more get the potions in case the healers go down, so I can get them back up instantly.
Fair. Well, I only have healing
I don't-
spells.
I don't have any healing potions.
Okay, I've got 5, so I'm gonna come and I'll give. How many? Okay, you're small. How much could you actually like carry? Because these potions, I imagine, are like a decently sized compared to the squirrel.
Compared to
can't-
the squirrel, this is like extra large. Like this is
I'm a foot tall, by the way.
yeah.
Yeah.
This thing would be like the equivalent of like half your body. Like
I mean, I'm probably gonna stay away from line of sight most battles anymore. I kind of get downed every fight.
I understand. Vegan, no.
Really? Oh.
You're fast.
I am.
I'm understand the reason I'm doing this
Uh-huh.
is because you can get to people who are on the ground faster than I can.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna pass you 3 of the potions.
It is not
You have the
because you love
majority
me
of the
so
potions.
much.
If you didn't have any legs, it would be so much easier for me, I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna give you these 3. Understand.
Mhm.
This is to help people when they're down,
Mhm.
because you can get there quicker than I can.
Uh-huh. Understood completely.
Actually, the 3 basic healing potions.
Add them now.
Right, a good little, as a worthy trade.
Vagan walks up to the table and sets down a dagger +1. What can you get me for this?
the person looks back from like putting the chandelier behind the thing, looks at the dagger a bit, kind of twirls it in their hand for a few seconds before sliding, I would say, a singular normal healing potion forward.
Oh.
Your loot isn't as good as mine.
Side eye.
That means something to a pirate, that does.
My one eye side eye.
So, what are you doing? You gonna take the potion, or what's going on?
Absolutely, yeah. Vagan takes it. Just goes about looking around now while he waits for everyone else to finish up their business.
Okay. Is anyone else doing any trades?
Take that.
Okay, I'm good to take that as a no.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah,
I got nothing.
yeah.
So
So,
the city.
all right. So if you guys are gonna head out, Adam Timothy sort of nods. He goes, "I'm gonna stay here. Me and your friend Celestine will go talk to the elders, see what if they know anything or what they would want for such information. And when you get back, I can fill you in."
Off we go,
What's the name
fellas.
again that we're looking for Timothy?
Hmm?
What's the rebel's name again that Timothy wants us to see?
Keldarthi.
Keldarthi.
Cal Darthy?
Kel. Kel.
Cal. Darthy.
Keldarthi. Yes.
I wonder how Wayne's doing.
I would respond to it. I'm writing notes.
Or Logan.
Isn't Logan also gone?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he has not been around. You guys just haven't really done anything about
what I've found out is being tall is not great.
it. Not this group, apparently, because they've just been gone.
It's the bugbear and then the Goliath. Next, it's Vegan. Vegan's gonna disappear soon. A net
Let's
positive all
go.
around. And then well, unfortunately, it's me afterwards.
Haha. I guess.
The only one
You
really.
just got hit with the Pharaoh's curse. What was that?
I was about to say.
No. No. I had to take a drink. Goddamn.
I need to take one of my unexploded monsters.
I think we're all heading out then.
I'm heading in.
No.
Better heading in the right direction.
Oh, okay. My brain was trying to figure out what you were trying to say.
Kill Darcy, I'm here for you.
I was just saying the opposite of out.
Okay, we've got the Hokey Cokey squad going on.
Actually, y'all are heading out. I'm butting in.
Annoyingly, that is actually a correct term.
Yeah, I know.
I suggest we just start moving so something happens because it took a long time to get out of that room.
So, I will say, as you guys head out, this is where we're gonna take our break.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, see you all in a bit. Alrighty, we're back. So you guys are heading all the way south down to this Imperial City, which will take you quite a few days. It'll take, we'll say, barring any, adverse weather conditions, 4 or 5 days. Go ahead and, as you guys are traveling, go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, all of you.
Can we all hold hands and do the help option?
No.
30,
Yeah, I'm
20.
not sure. What's it? What's the Constitution? You say?
Yes.
9.
8.
3.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
The hamster
30,
has fur.
20.
It's not fair.
So you
Well,
all are traveling.
She can too, but she chooses not to.
I also meant
What
to
do
say
you
squirrel,
mean?
but hamster works.
What do you mean? You're a druid.
Hey! Yeah, and I last for my druid form. My wild shape lasts for like an hour.
And did you use it?
What the fuck do you mean? But we got a long rest, by the way. Yes.
Yes.
Okay,
But-
let's see if we can do that real quick.
The as you guys are traveling, Mr. Chestnut, you're fine. You're dealing with the cold like a champ. The rest of you, not so much. Every night it's cold. It's bitter cold. You guys barely get warm each night as you rest. you all will accumulate 1 point of exhaustion by the time
Is-
you actually get to the city.
Is this considered extreme cold?
I would say yes.
Damn, I don't have resistance to that.
You guys just have so it'd be Relio, Ellie, and Vagan. You guys accumulate 1 point of exhaustion. Now we are going to go
Is-
by 2024.
Where to put that on the? Is there
Conditions.
Is there any way to put that on
Conditions.
conditions? Oh, I've literally never used that before.
Yeah.
I've rarely used it, but I know it's there.
Okay, so at the first level of exhaustion, you guys have disadvantage on ability checks.
Okay.
Crack open a cold one.
Should Kraken again?
That sip was so visceral.
We heard
Shut up,
every
Brad.
single water molecule then.
Shut up, Relio.
I'm surprised it hasn't frozen in the cold.
This place has fucking exploded. Callback.
It's not in a can, it's fine.
Oh wait, no, I am
Isn't.
incorrect. I am incorrect. Sorry. For the first level of exhaustion, here it is. You guys have a -2 to any d20 roll, and your speed is reduced by 5 feet.
I believe that is the rules that we have as well. Oh! Okay, if you check down the bottom of the exhaustion on the website, it has the new version, and next to it says Legacy, and it has both versions. I didn't process that.
Yeah. So you guys are using the new
New
ones.
Okay.
So it's reduced by 2 times your exhaustion level. So
There's only 6 either way, 'cause level 6 it just says, you die. Or
Yeah,
both. There's,
yeah,
there's
level-
no legacy feature. it's
Ellie, what are
both
you
ways.
giggling at over there?
Check the map.
Wrong on that.
That's which Ellie's just stolen Vagan's map.
I was reading. You took me out of reading to look at fucking Doofenshmirtz.
But yes, so you guys have -2 to your d20 rolls and -5 speed.
That's boring.
So you guys all, however, eventually do reach this city. But as Adam Timothy had described, the city is not really a city. There are kind of like hastily put together walls around a like village area that has had some newer construction in it for sure. There's definitely some new buildings, and there's some different types of people walking around. But there is a giant fort that sits on a hill, kind of in the distance away from this little village, sort of like silhouetted against the sky. And the settlement you were at before, it wasn't like all happy and jolly, but it was content. They were content with their lot. Things are rough, but they make do. This place has a very different atmosphere. For all the locals that you see here, and you could tell who the locals are by the tattoos, they just seem miserable here. And there's other folks here as well. Why, Velvet?
I'm miserable.
We know.
That
Shut
does
up!
sound like a skill issue, to be fair.
God damn it, I hate it here.
You brought it up. There are quite a few other different peoples here. Like you can see it now that you're here in this Imperial settlement. There are Imperial soldiers walking around instead of like local guard. There's quite a few different races here. You know, a few orcs, a few Goliaths. You can see a few sort of like beast races as well here. Some of like the ones more suited to, colder climates. And yeah, it seems like a very like slapped together job of like the Imperials came in, set up a bunch of businesses, and just sort of tried to convert this local settlement into a full-on town. And so far, doesn't seem to be working very well.
Well, I want to walk to the magic or spell book shop, since it's clearly they're just selling it to the locals. Anyone want to come with?
Oh, stay close by.
I'll keep an eye.
I won't. Crossed arms,
Well,
frown.
I met her before, so like, or at least a few of us know what she looks like.
You can usually smell an Imperial from far away.
Yeah, same with pirates.
Side-eye.
That is true. That is generally true, though.
Is it
Except me.
Justin Trudeau?
It's in through the window.
God damn it. Two very different jokes.
Well, I wash myself every day, so.
Oh,
I don't know
who's
about
Justin
y'all.
Trudeau, anyway? Just to make sure I can keep that in.
Canadian
He's the
Prime
president of
Minister.
Mexico.
Okay, that's
No,
fine. I wasn't sure.
Canada. But sure, yes.
Canada.
President, Prime Minister, Canada, whatever.
Whenever we reference like people's names and stuff, jokes I don't understand, I have to check with people to make sure I can leave it in. Sometimes, maybe I can't.
Yeah.
But yeah, I will head with Mr. Chestnut definitely, just keeping close by because we're in Imperial grounds now. Splitting up completely, I'm not doing that. 2 by 2 at least.
I'm gonna send my mind manifestation and my familiar out looking for the lady.
Okay. So is everybody going with Mr. Chestnut to the magic shop?
I certainly am.
Thank you, Vegan, and thank you, Relia.
I'm gonna go map this city.
So are you going by yourself, Ellie?
Yes.
Okay.
Get some peace and quiet from this party.
Have fun, nerds.
Ellie, are you a
Cartographer.
cartographer?
I'm not a cartographer, but I do like making maps.
That's a spirit.
So kind of yes, I guess. I
So,
don't know.
so
I-
you hear as you say that
I'm not,
a random
I'm not a chef, but I do like making food for people, like for money.
yeah, as you say that and you're like contemplating it, you hear like just a random civilian who had been walking by like, just say, "Yeah, that kind of makes you a cartographer." And they just keep going.
They should join the party.
Yeah, they're already good at
They
putting
got
me.
the spirit right, yeah.
Yeah. And with that, Ellie just leaves to go map out the city in case we need it.
But she's definitely not a cartographer.
She did. She accepted that she was already. What's
I
this
will
place called,
teleport
by the
you.
way?
You guys haven't seen like a city name or anything. You haven't seen
I'm
a
gonna-
sign or anything to know what it is.
First person I see, I'm gonna ask.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I do have to make this up on the spot because I didn't expect you guys to come here yet.
That's a certified DM moment, that really is.
That I I should have thought of this before, but I know how
Yeah.
you guys are. I should have known how you guys are with names.
That's usually a Rennie problem, that. No matter what, you're fully aware. You will go out of your way to make sure you know the names of everything that's happening.
Yeah, not because I keep notes, just because I like to annoy the DM.
But I'm aware.
Yeah. So you go up to. I'm gonna say you walk up to the guy who like called you a cartographer as he walked by, and he'll tell you the name of this city. They've come to call it Snowbush, the city of Snowbush.
Okay. Thank you.
He sort of nods. He goes, "Good luck with the map." And he
Thanks.
walks
I went through the 5 stages of grief, then not making jokes about the name.
away.
I'm trying to take it a bit more seriously right now. I'm so locked into just being silly. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
All right. So, how long am I gone, and do I get to finish the map?
If you want to
Yeah.
finish the map, it would take you about, I would say if you're like really being detailed, 2 hours.
Oh, they're gonna be gone for 2 hours.
It depends how long they spend either buying or robbing that, shop.
Well, then I will. Ellie will be doing it as long as she can.
Okay.
Yes, yo.
While we
brain's
go in,
I'm gonna mute myself for a bit. You do.
while we go in, I'm gonna use detect magic.
You use detect magic. Go ahead and give me a, we'll say a Constitution saving throw, real quick.
At 20 plus 2.
That's 20 plus 2.
I mean, almost
You-
today.
You use detect magic. You've done this plenty of times. This is a magic shop. You quickly shut your eyes to avoid the amount of blinding magical aura that you would have seen upon entering this shop. Almost everything in this shop is magical, from the weapons and items to different scrolls and potions that all line these different shelves.
Is it better than my magic shop?
It is considerably like better than yours.
I want to.
Fireball.
Do I see the shop owner?
There is what looks like a gnomish woman kind of behind a desk, sort of glasses like halfway down her face as she's like reading from some sort of book. And you could assume that's the person running the shop.
Do I see any magic on her?
You can see her glasses are radiating a little bit of magic.
Do I... What is it? Can I do the magic option to see what school of magic?
Let me see.
If you sense... You can take the magic action to see a faint aura. I'm trying to see if she has... Best way I could tell is her glasses meant to like see invisibility? Is it to help her just read better? Or
But what actually can you look at?
the school of magic.
It is divination magic.
Okay. Well, hello there. My name's Mr. Chestnut. How are you?
You see this woman kind of looks up from her reading, and she gives it like a warm smile. She goes, "Ah, hello. I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?"
I'm doing good, and I like your glasses.
Ah, thank you. Old family heirloom, passed down. Sort of need it in my line of work.
I can get a hint of magic coming from them. What do they do?
They're mainly used to see through illusions and whatnot. Any old person could come in with an axe that's shiny and looks special and say it's a magic axe. It sort of helps actually see if it's what they say it is or not. Had quite a few people come in here expecting an illusionary image over a stick would actually be bought from me. It's happened quite a few times, so it just sort of helps easily weed out that kind of stuff,
So, I noticed that you're kind of surrounded by Imperial soldiers. You've always owned this shop, or do you
Well, I
work
didn't
for
own-
them?
I've always owned this shop, but my family comes from the mainland, you see, and I'm just sort of trying to branch out. And when the Imperials said they opened up a new colony and were looking for people to work, I grabbed my things and set up shop.
Do they cause you any issues?
Oh, heavens no. They have too much to worry about than to cause any of us issues. Mainly not freezing to death. It seems to be a problem for most people here.
Yeah, for most people. Does the cold bother you?
Not really.
I like run my hand through my hair. It doesn't really bother me either.
Shut up.
She sort of
I know.
nods.
Let It Go starts playing in the background.
Yeah, I know the joke he's making. I hate you.
Wait, what?
No, was it not a fucking Frozen joke?
Well, the cold never bothered you anyway.
No, it was me joking about my fur. I've just trained you
You're
guys.
ready to jump on Michael for that one immediately. That was a you better fucking not.
I always announce my puns. That is not one of them. Do they have any good are there any good libraries around here for spell scrolls?
No.
Or do you?
I sell spell scrolls, but there's not really a library. Most of the fellas here don't really read, so it's not really useful.
Oh, what level of magic do you teach or sell up to?
She like thinks for a moment. She goes, "If we're using level scale, the official Imperial level scale, I sell up to level 5 or so."
That's a lot farther than me.
Are you in the magic business?
I pull out my magical book that has the stone that's very hardly staying onto the book. I am.
It's nice to meet a fellow magical tradesman. It's been quite a while.
My like 2 fingers are holding the crystal onto it, like holding the string or whatever that attaches it.
Uh-huh. But she kind of looks down. She goes, "So, I imagine you're not just here for pleasantries. Are you looking to buy something?"
Yeah. Um, I know sometimes they like to organize cost by level. Or like there's like a decent range to it. What's your gold per level spell scrolls?
I don't really sell them that. I usually sell by how destructive they can be. Imperial regulations dictates that if I'm selling something that could possibly use to destroy something else, I charge a little extra for it, and keep records and whatnot. So it would really depend on the spell you're trying to acquire. I don't really do by level.
No. Um. Hmm. I know there is a level 3 spell I've been looking for. It's called Tongue. Not really destructive, but it helps with communicating with anyone I talk to.
Tongues. Let me give me one moment, and you see she kind of like flicks her hand, and a mage hand appears and starts going through all the different sections of, spell scrolls.
Mhm.
And it finally grabs one and hands it down. She goes, "Ah, yes, I do have one of those available. For that specific spell scroll, I'd probably let it go for 75 gold."
Oh, perfect, actually.
She sort of nods.
I'll toss. Is 75 gold like a decent price for my awareness?
You would know for like you buying, like looking at like stuff like this, it is a pretty decent deal. Because whenever you went to go buy spell scrolls and stuff, it's from a city of magic or like very like high, like an academy or something that's going to upcharge everything. This person is strictly seemingly going by imperial regulations of how to sell
The
spells.
college bookstore.
Pretty
What
much,
other book
yeah.
you need? $500. What?
Yeah, exactly.
I will buy that for 75 gold. I do have a wand of magic detection. How much is that? Does that go for?
You see, what rarity is that?
It's uncommon.
Uncommon. She kind of looks at it. She goes, "Can I see it? See what condition it's in?"
I pull it out and hand it over.
You see, she kind of takes it and she goes, it's not. These aren't common, but they aren't super rare either. If are you looking to sell it?
I'm thinking of it. I
I
already
could
know
pro-
the spell innately, so
Yeah, I could probably give you for this particular piece probably 80 gold for it. It's not really. I've found quite a few of these in my time, so it's not really too rare. But
that's good. I do own a magic shop actually over across the ocean.
you do. What's it called?
I had the name of it, but I've changed it so many times.
Mr. Chestnut going back into his records to see what he most recently renamed it to.
I remember at one point I called it the Chestnut Hut.
I was about to say what trees do you get chestnuts from. Ignore that.
I'll call it the Treehouse. I'll make that the official name, the Treehouse.
Gotcha.
I'm going to write that down. It is now official.
Yeah.
Put it on screen, big gold text, the true house.
The tree.
Gold text is hard to do because there's no shiny aesthetic.
Gold
It'll be
text.
yellow.
Fancy text.
Fancy text, the best
We
font
don't
have.
have the license for fancy text.
We will get one. It's a piracy
Make your own
campaign. We will
fancy
commit
text.
piracy IRL.
No.
No, we won't.
Legally, we will not.
I have
Just make-
legally purchased everything that I am using. This is true.
Yeah, that is true. Just make your own
I
fancy
am the
text.
liability to this company.
Everything is real, even my fake Adobe license to edit these videos.
I have a legitimate copy of Vegas, which I'm not going to be using next week. It's going to be interesting.
Because
Just
we're
use
going to
your
use the illegal
No,
version of
no,
it.
I just realised as I said
No.
that. What I meant is I'm going to try use DaVinci. We're going to see what's going to happen.
Just use your drawing tablet to make fancy text.
That is
We
true.
use
Honestly, I
Windows
didn't think of
Movie
that.
Editor.
That is true. Ellie got a big idea. Fancy text on screen. The true house. Golden. Sparkly. In this campaign, we have moments where everyone's getting information in character, and any one of us will have a moment like I just did, where I'm just totally out of character, just analysing the fuck out of something.
Yeah, it happens. I had to mute myself because I was having to hold back just being mega silly.
I'm silly.
It was called the Nut Hut, but no one else liked it.
The fucking heart?
Bro, what?
It was called. He kept getting the wrong tax because it was he getting taxed on adult entertainment.
The two people that's with me, Riley and Vagan, I'm gonna use telepathy.
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 Da-da-da-da-da.
I'm gonna use that and not message. And I'll just say, hey, let's not steal from her. She's another magic shop owner.
Can I see what she's got on her stall? Just to see if I can
Well,
uphold that request.
This whole store, Vagan, everything is here. There are magical weapons, magical pieces of armor, ring, amulet.
Another ring! Oh!
There's
Are there magical cigars?
Give me, Vagan, give me a perception check.
A perception check? Right.
Yeah.
I've been rolling terribly this high session. Let's get something good. Okay, that's 10 plus 8. That's an 18.
You see in a corner, there are some cigars.
Oh!
You can't see like what they're labeled as, but there are.
Cigar of blow smoke up ass.
I will approach the stall. Madam, I have noticed you are in possession of some cigars. I would like to inquire.
Ah, those. Yes, they are quite unique. They give the effect of what we would call a feather fall spell. So, fall. If you were to fall from somewhere, they would help save you from a near instantaneous death. Are you okay?
Yeah.
So would he have to just have it on him, or would he just start smoking it and just not
You
die
have
for
to-
falling?
You have to smoke it while you're smoking.
And
it.
how much does these cigars would cost a gentleman, upstanding man of society like myself?
You see, she looks at you, kind of squints a little bit.
Don't look into it, it's fine.
Well, most of those go for about 75 gold per cigar.
He looks over his shoulder towards Mr. Chestnut with just a look of fear.
I'm going to speak into your mind. We can steal from the Imperials.
Are you
don't steal from
associated with
associates.
any Imperials in any regard?
I legally have to follow the rules and regulations for how I conduct my business.
I see.
So
You're not a fan of them, are you?
I don't really care
Hush,
either way.
Oh.
They're the government I live under. I sort of have to just accept that they're there.
Would you, given the chance that an opposing government tried to run for power and there was a voting system, would you vote for the Imperials or the newfound government?
That's a very vague.
Don't, please, I need this.
The Red Scare.
If given, it depends on the other choice. I'm not gonna vote for an insane other option.
These rings, what are their effects and their prices?
You see, she kind of she looks for a bit. She goes, "Well, I have a lot of different rings. Some of them allow you to be more protected from physical attacks. Some of them allow you
That's a
to
good ring. That's a good ring.
walk. I have one that allows you to walk on water.
Don't like that one.
I have one that allows. It's weird. I don't know why it's a magic ring. It just allows you to swim real good. I have one that I do have a very special one. I shouldn't tell you about it.
Oh, tell me, I'm all ears. I am just here to peruse your wares.
I have something on the down low
Oh,
that the Imperials probably wouldn't like if they knew I had.
oh, you can tell me. I'm so trustworthy.
I have a very special ring that is said, I haven't tried it out. It's said to be able to cast Wish.
He turns to Mrs. Chestnut, stares at him, goes down to his level. I don't think I can do better. Help me. I'm going. You don't understand, Mr. Chestnut.
My voice chirps into your mind. We can steal from the Imperials to buy the stuff.
I want it now.
How much
I'm
is the ring of wand or of wish?
A question before we make any decisions. The one to swim real good, as you say, would it be able to teach one to swim?
Yes. While wearing it, you are just able to swim probably better than most underwater creatures.
Would I be able to have a look at this ring?
You see she moves. She resummons the mage hand and it moves and goes and grabs a little... it's a ring box that just has a bunch of wave designs on it. Brings it over and she opens it up. And it's just a steel ring with like ocean waves carved into it. And Mr. Chestnut, this definitely has some magic on it as well. Like it's definitely magical.
I feel.
What is wish actually under?
What do you mean?
What school of magic is that from?
Divination,
I mean,
isn't it?
let me
I
check.
thought it'd be like conjuration or something. Wish.
Let me check.
But also, I feel like my brain's told me there was 4 rings, but I feel like there's 5 and I've missed one.
One
There's
to
protection, walk on water, swim good, and wish.
Yeah, it's conjuration.
Yeah.
Was there not a 5th one?
Do I sense conjuration from the wish ring?
She hasn't brought it out. You haven't seen it.
Would Vagan's trying to put this accent on to just appear like a different person because he's a pirate. The ring of the wish ring. Maybe see it.
No offense.
Oh,
I just met you all today.
I'm a fair businessman. Lots of coin.
I understand, but I
How
just
much is
can't
the
show
ring?
this thing. You want to know how much it would be? I couldn't let it go for anything more than, or anything less than 20,000 gold.
That's no problem for a man like me, and I have so much gold all the time.
She kind of like raises an eyebrow, looking at your like clothing choice and appearance, and she's just like, you definitely tell she doesn't believe you, but she's not saying anything either. She's just like looking at you.
While I'm here, I may as well also look over some of the stuff just around the shop. I wasn't planning to, but everyone seems like they're down to buy some stuff, and I'm curious. Well, I've never really cared. I've never really cared about having the gold.
He's never really.
I've never really cared about having the gold.
It's tiny baby Relia. He's never really cared.
I've really liked having the stuff I can get by from it. I've never really cared about having the gold and stuff. I just like getting it in the first place. After that, I can spend it on whatever. Don't bother me.
Vagan kind of like drops his act and leans in. Right, love, listen here. He reaches into his coat pocket and pulls out the sack of gems that's like 2,000 gold worth. I need things.
Done.
Now,
I thought you were gonna rob her.
We need, yeah.
Pulls out. Oh god.
Drops the act. Lean in. She doesn't know this. I have a gun.
Leans in. Listen, love. Right.
I am genuinely not sure I can keep that in. I keep saying that. There's a lot of stuff we can get away with, but I think the bot really doesn't like gun sounds, like
Hey, check.
real sounds.
You can check when you get to that part of editing.
Right, love, listen. I've done a lot of things. I've been around different places. This is a sack of gems worth 2,000 gold. I need things. I need lots of things.
I'm assuming they're all not the diamonds.
No, it's just a sack of gems, like the all by themselves.
That's what I call my test.
She kind of looks at you. She looks at you, just very straight face, just, Okay, so you need, but you're not telling me what you need.
Yeah, listen to me very carefully. Cigars, ring of swimming, and what else you got for me? I'm a paying customer. I usually would put a gun in your face, but I can't do that here because these people would stop me.
I'm going to act like I didn't hear that, so I don't have to report you to authorities.
You wouldn't do that. That's a terrible idea, I promise.
Then just don't say something like you had me. You didn't have to go and say that you were gonna do that. That wasn't something you needed to do.
To might be fair, I might have misspoke.
Man,
Okay.
if he tries harming you, I will blow him up.
You blow
Preferably
me?
outside
What?
of your shop. You are safe.
Okay. So you want the ring of swimming.
Yes,
You want how many cigars?
all of them.
All of them.
He kind of like scratches her head. She goes, "Okay, so that's now I need to get a calculator out."
Wait, how many cigars is it?
There's 5 in total.
That's 300.
575.
Nope. That was terrible maths. I did 700 then. Ignore what I just said.
5.
Pirate
what?
math. Pirate math.
Okay.
Actually, is it 75
Five,
times
half.
5?
And
It should be 375, shouldn't it?
so what else are you looking for?
What you got for me?
I have literally almost anything that's
You got any pointy
not
weapons?
super rare. What specific weapon would you be looking for?
Anything to showcase what you have, and maybe I'll be able to procure
Do you
something.
have any hats?
Oh goodness gracious!
So, she'll go through what she has weapon wise. So she has a what is called a dwarven thrower.
Oh,
Throw dwarves.
You gain
I
a plus
think
3
that's a
bonus to
sport.
attack. You gain a plus 3 bonus to attack and damage rolls. It has the thrown property with a normal range of 20 feet and a long range of 60 feet. By the way, this is a warhammer. When you hit with a ranged attack using this weapon, it deals an extra 1d8 damage, or if the target is a giant, 2d8 damage.
do you have any magical guns?
She kind of looks. She shakes her head. She goes, "Unfortunately, I'm not legally allowed to sell those."
Put
Stop doing that!
Put the gun away.
Rennie's just being a menace today.
Right, cigars, ring. Miss Chestnut, are you in the market for anything in particular?
Do you have any tattoos?
Let me. She probably would. Now I have so many tabs looking up items now.
That's right.
Do you have the tome of clear thoughts?
we have money, and there's a magic shop. It is what it is.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
So,
Okay,
if you're
brother.
looking for specific tattoos that she might have, like tattoo kits,
Yeah.
Requires some oats.
Like
she,
the bear.
she has the Illuminators tattoo kit. She's got a Masquerade tattoo kit, and she's got what is called a Coiling Grasp tattoo kit.
All right. That's what I think it is. That's probably out of our price range. I could
Wait,
be
what
wrong, though.
rarity do they have up to?
Uncommon.
It's not one I thought it was.
Okay.
Yeah, while you're thinking about that, do they have any magical hats?
Huh? I'm using a thing here to look at all these different things. So she
I think
has
a magical hat for a pirate sounds fun.
yeah, she has a hat of wizardry, a hat of vermin,
Oh,
and
that's what I get that for Mr. Chestnut.
a hat of disguise.
My siblings.
Okay, so I'm assuming hat of disguise is a disguise self thing.
Yes.
But the hat of vermin. That sounds
Hat of
unusual.
Do you want to know what it does?
I do.
It's
Yes.
a hat of chestnut.
This hat has 3 charges. While holding the hat, you can take a magic action to expend 1 charge and summon your choice of a bat, a frog, or a rat. The summoned creature magically appears in the hat and tries to get away from you as quickly as possible. The creature is indifferent towards you and other creatures, and it is under your control.
Daily, or is it just 3 charges?
It just has 3 charges.
That's mid. Get rid of it.
That sounds
Oh wait, no. The hat regains all expended charges daily at dawn.
Never mind. It's not mid. It's quite good.
What you just explained to me is I have a hat that comes with food.
Don't eat the rats.
Why not? No, we eat the frogs.
Don't eat the frogs.
We eat the frogs.
What, are you
That's
French?
potential. I'm gonna think. I'm from underwater.
Under the water.
I am from the ocean.
The ocean.
Also, out of curiosity, how much does the ring of protection? I guess it's a +1 like ring armor thing.
It gives you +1 to AC and saving throws.
How much would that run? Out of curiosity.
It would run for about 100 gold.
Yeah, I'd get that.
Right, so we want that ring, the swimmy ring, the cigars, and the hat, maybe, fellas?
Out of character, how much is the Ring of Walk on Water?
That one was, I believe, let me check. Check what I had.
We're going shopping.
It was 50 gold, I believe.
That's it? Damn.
All it does is let you walk on water.
And there's the walk on water ring, throw it in as well.
I wish Ellie was there right now.
I've got a feeling a very short elf lady would appreciate this. Oh, the name.
So you're buying
Just
the
intuition.
ring
thing
of
is, though,
swimming and the ring of water walking.
I think, does it just activate permanently? 'Cause you go and like jump in the water to turn into a fish, and then the fish just lands on the top of the water and just doesn't sink.
Let me check.
Like that dude who just runs off and jumps into the pool and it's just ice. It's just...
Yeah. Oh, Jesus.
The ring of water walking. While wearing this ring, you can stand on and move across any liquid surface as if it were. So you can choose whether or not you do it or
you
not.
can, not you
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to make that item so bad. Like slightly cursed versions of normal items. So you don't know until... This is like the wording specifically says, "You always," and just stuff like that.
Yeah. So I have the total of what you guys. Anything else you guys want?
What's the total amount before we...
I have a few.
The total amount of all that stuff right now is 575 gold.
Oh, but yeah, I've got to add some more things.
Okay, so amulets. Oh, you go first, actually. Yeah.
So there's a few spell scrolls I want.
Okay.
Hypnotic pattern.
Okay. So that'll run about 100.
Is it okay if I spend some money, fellas?
Of course.
Okay. Hypnotic pattern, non-detection.
So that'll roll about another 100.
Sending.
Sending, that'll be 150.
Hold person.
Hold person.
That's a
will
very
also-
strong item.
Yeah, hold person will run about 200 for what it can do.
I do have 500 gold. I decided to sell that one thing.
I also have 500 gold, so I'm going to look at some other stuff as well.
Chromatic
Also
orb.
Chromatic orb, 75 for that.
Orbs.
I'm also a scribe wizard. And silvery barbs.
Silvery barbs, that's going to run you about 150.
Okay. How much is all the spells I just got?
Oh, geez. I was counting in total with all your products.
No, you're fine. I have 500 gold, so...
So in total, for everything you are buying as a group, it is 1,350 so far.
It was about 800-ish gold for the scrolls.
About.
Okay. Amulets and such. 'Cause you said you had amulets and things.
Yes.
I know we're going hard now. I also have money. May as well use it before I inevitably just run into a battle and blow up.
I'm just letting you guys know, like, I'm counting based on, like, total group.
Yeah, we
Right.
can sort that out afterwards, so, like, vaguely. I've got 100 for the ring already.
Yes. Essentially, let me look at amulets real quick.
Also, I'm going to speak into Vagan's mind again. Do you know what... shake your head if you know what non-detection does.
I feel like he would know.
I was trying to get you an item version of it because that does exist in the game, but like it's too rare at the moment.
Okay, so the different amulets that she would have: the clockwork amulet, the amulet of buoyancy,
Floating.
Zach, you're
the
so flamboyant.
the amulet of the devout, and the amulet of the drunkard.
Okay, so I said the first and the last one, the devout, and I can't remember what the first one was.
Oh, those
to be
are-
honest.
But yeah, so you're thinking of the devout or the clockwork?
There's a yeah, not devout, drunkard and
The
clockwork.
drunkard and clockwork. So the drunkard, while wearing it, you regain 4d4 plus 4 hit points when you drink a pint of beer, ale, mead, or wine. The amulet has restored hit points. It can't do so again until the next dawn.
That's actually kind of really good.
And then the clockwork amulet, when you make an attack roll while wearing the amulet, you can forego rolling the d20 to get a 10 on the die. Once used, this property can't be used again until the next dawn.
How much does that drunkard one go for? Because that sounds absolutely insane.
That one goes for around 50.
Okay, so I've got the protection, and I'm protected and drunk at all times now. That's what I'm going for. I'll go for the drunkard amulet, and I'll go for the ring of protection that runs me 150.
Yep.
I'm remembering how much mine cost. That's it. I don't think I need anything else. That's kind of crazy. Let's go and buy some alcohol. Well, no, I'll probably just steal alcohol, to be fair. I've got I recently stole alcohol. I'm good.
In game.
Yeah.
In game.
I don't drink, so I'd be kind of pointless if I did that.
That's fair. Good point. Yeah.
I'm out here just breaking the law for no reason whatsoever.
No, but was there something specific you were looking for then, Michael? That was wondrous.
I need to find it. There was something that's non-detection, which means it would just be a
If
waste of
it's
spells.
if it's above uncommon, it probably isn't in stock.
Amulet of proof against.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
Proof
it's-
against detection and
it's a-
location. Because
Gone. How many bitumen slots do you have left?
2.
Would you want to?
No.
Okay.
Damn.
Do you want advantage on stealth?
No, I'm alright.
Okay. I think we're good then.
okay, so the total for the entire group for everything you're getting is 1,400 gold.
So I did sending, tongues, hold
Hypnotic
person.
Hypnotic pattern. Chromatic orb.
And hold person.
I don't think there's another spell. If there was, I'll find it in the
I don't
edit in
think-
about a month.
Oh, absorb elements. It's a level 1 protection.
So you didn't say that before, did you?
No.
I don't think so.
But that one would just be an extra
Wait.
50.
Yeah, so absorb
I'll-
elements.
So total is now 1,450.
Yes.
Well, again, we'll separate the gems to what he owes and look at the group.
I'm buying my own. It's 150. That's me know.
Do you want me to just give 500 since?
Yeah, if that's what you got. Yeah.
Because I have 504 gold.
If you as a crew can come up with the 1,450, it doesn't matter how it gets split.
And does she take crystals or does she only do gold and?
Well, she seems pretty open to taking the gems that.
It's gone down to 1,300 because I've paid for my own. Because the 1,450 was 150 for the ring and the amulet. And I've already paid for.
The guy will split the final cost with Mr. Chestnut.
Do you want me to just give? I have 504. Do you want me to just give 500?
Okay, then you do that and I'll pay the rest in gems. Are our deals settled? Are we good to go?
You see, she sort of nods. She goes, "Yeah, everything seems to be settled."
Very good.
And before we found out, we just got hyper scammed.
Where's that druid?
Yeah, Ellie. You're just chilled out, mapping out the city.
Yeah.
It doesn't take you too long. An hour has passed. You're still like going pretty meticulously going through everything. At this point, you haven't heard anything from your companions or anything. Or are you just going to continue to
Yes.
map the city? Okay. So the rest of you kind of look outside. You don't see Ellie anywhere. Seems she's off, still doing what she said she was going to do.
Do you... I'm gonna tell my manifest mind to also look for her.
As we leave the shop, I was gonna look to the us. Like, should we have asked her about the person we're looking for?
Turn on his heels.
We just spent a lot of money. I imagine she's up for a little bit of information, maybe.
Quick swivel. You, woman.
Wait,
You.
Vagan.
Yes.
Let's all just get closer.
Huddle. Quick huddle.
you yell at her, and then you all huddle, and she's just sitting in the store, like looking across out into the entrance, just like, yeah.
Quick.
If the lady's a rebel, do we really want her cover to be blown this quickly?
How would it blow her cover?
Look at us.
We're just sailors.
No.
I mean, she knows you own a magic shop. Could say you have business with her from your shop, maybe.
Then again, I just quickly realised I am a very not liked person by the Imperials. I should probably not be around here.
Yeah, so they're gonna think you're assassinating her or you're friends with her.
Yes, I'm gonna skedaddle. Never mind! And Vagan kind of shuffles away.
I'm the only person that's like legal.
I feel like if anybody here recognizes Vagan, there's gonna be a fucking search party.
I'll turn you invisible, but... Oh, Vagan, once I learned this spell, you can't be seen by divination magic for 8 hours.
Very good. Now, where's that druid?
So I assume you guys just start wandering around to try to find Ellie.
Yes.
Everyone give me an investigation check. Who's trying to look for Ellie?
Oh, I've got +1 to that. Oh, I've got a 6.
Investigation.
Oh, fucking 4.
Oh, we are rolling exceptionally today. Great.
14.
So Relio and Vagan, you guys look for about 5 seconds for Ellie. You don't see her in mainline sight, and you go,
Oh, she's gone.
don't
Oh,
know.
she's dead. The sea took her. Terrible day. Terrible business.
But,
She invoked a Kraken one too many times.
I told you not to say that bloody name when she's over there spouting it off.
Mr. Chestnut, you sort of walk around. You're asking people around to see if they've seen her, and you guys eventually see her. Like Ellie's like walking down, like side street, mapping out the side street, and you guys find her like going down that side street.
I saw my owl to just dive at her.
Ellie, you're sitting there like mapping, like have like the sheet of paper out, and you're mapping, and then suddenly an owl just like dives right in front of you into the ground.
It just does a little wiggle. She's that way.
Hi, I say to the owl.
Vagan rapidly approaches her location.
You can notice,
Stealth.
Ellie, that this is Mr. Chestnut's owl.
I'm gonna put the paper away, and I'm gonna pick up the owl gently.
You would remember that the owl's name is Alucard.
I don't care what his name is.
I would like to sneak up on Ellie.
Okay, roll a stealth check.
From a 4 to a 30.
Fucking Christ!
Yeah, no, your companions can't even tell that you're moving other than by the fact that they're looking at you. You are just completely silent. You're not even moving much snow when you walk. That's how
The
good
art
it
of
is
moving
you're
so
going.
slowly, it looks like I'm still.
Ellie, all you feel is Vagan's hands just either side of your like each shoulder. I've got you a ring.
Just
Just hand on top of her head and just swivels her around to face him, and then hands her the tiny ring in his palm.
Yes, just the head.
Yeah,
The body doesn't go with
she's
it.
dead.
damn.
Gift. Take the ring.
Okay.
You can walk on water. Well done.
Oh shit. Cool. Huh?
What were you doing? What was this? He kind of like
Map.
takes your map and looks at it. What is this?
Map.
Of
Give it
what?
back.
That was mine. Holds it up above his head. What is this?
I made this.
It's a map of the city.
I did this. Puts it away.
God damn it. I'm being robbed by my own teammates now, huh? Damn.
Turns to the group. So what's the plan? What are we doing?
Oh, looking for the acquaintance of Mr. Chestnut, it seems.
Now, is it safe for me to follow you in with my reputation with the Imperials, or...
I mean, I don't think it's great for either of us, to be honest.
That's fair, you do have a very recognisable something about you.
Well, I do have a massive tattoo across the side of my head, which also doesn't help.
I swear. Turns to Mr. Chestnut. You're the only one, and Ellie, obviously, that doesn't seem to have a reputation with the Imperials.
Yeah, I'll go in.
If anybody catches wind of me and Relio, like knocking about, they might send the guard. And to be honest, I don't want to kill anybody today.
Oh, you're growing.
That's not like you. Damn. What happened to you?
I'm very tired. I have a point of exhaustion.
That's a point.
So do I.
We
Of
were supposed to have-
exhaustion.
yeah, we were supposed to have some negatives in our rolls I forgot about, so I got nothing on any of my rolls.
You guys are so tired.
So I'm still faster than you, it's fine.
I can teleport.
I can run.
I can teleport you behind me.
That's so...
On a Constitution save.
What are the fucking vortex warp? Man.
And you guys trust me anyway.
Okay, so we need to try and... Oh, me and Relio... No, why do I always call you Relio? Oh, me and Regan gotta just not be involved in this and just go and like hide out somewhere in the city while you're waiting. For you to find
Preferably have a
information.
nap.
Well, if me and you go around asking questions, it might raise suspicions. As you said before, I didn't think about that, to be honest.
Yeah, especially in this desolate wasteland. I don't know why anybody would want to live here anyways.
I've got no answer for that. Alright, so what are we doing? Because I actually don't know. I can't think. Like, what's the plan?
So me and Ellie go in. You guys.
By the way, you guys are still in the city.
Well, we're like an alleyway, Cedra.
Yeah, but like
That's
you guys keep saying go in, but like you guys, I don't know what you mean by that, but you guys are already in.
We assume
Wait.
there's a tavern that she's hiding in.
Okay. But yeah,
And
you
we
guys
somehow
got-
all collectively know which tavern. Well, has my manifest mind or Alucard found her?
They have not.
I'm gonna send my manifest mind to go into buildings.
What do you
Into
say?
the what?
I'm gonna send my manifest mind to go into buildings.
You did the
Yeah,
exact same
still-
thing.
Yeah.
Let's get manifest mind into buildings, I think he said. And this floating chestnut flying into a wall, whatever it was, appearing in random buildings.
So are you? Is it just going into every single building it can find, or is it just going into like public places?
Break it, enter each chestnut.
That's proper got him.
This is a giggle.
I don't think I've ever heard Michael like stop working so hard while playing something.
I'm like crying right now. No, I'm imagining it just going into buildings. Just an orb.
This is derailed so hard.
Oh my god.
Well, we need to find out where she is. To be fair, we need to do something. So that's as good an idea as any, other than just asking people. What is the, we have two options. We actively search out through buildings like that, or we just go and talk to someone.
We showed up with zero fucking game plan. We got tasked to do this and just didn't do fucking anything.
You were asked to do this, like, oh, maybe you could get some information or whatever. You guys immediately beelined it for the magic item shop, spent most of your gold, and then just went, I don't know what to do now.
Yeah, basically. We have pulled the full fucking silly string episode. This is insane.
All we've done for like an hour is buy things and price items. We've done fucking nothing for an hour.
My face genuinely hurts because I've just been smiling thinking about stupid jokes to make all episode. I'm just
gonna pull like the lid. I was expecting you guys to go to the elders, get a quest to go fight something, and then go fight that thing. And you guys have done the complete opposite of what I planned for the session.
We wandered into town and fucking did nothing.
Yeah. When it came into the town, what do we need to do? We don't know. Sick. We'll just leave.
I thought that my...
By the way, you went to the magic store for scrolls and ended up with so much more than just scrolls.
Yeah, I'm gonna become an alcoholic.
Did they even get any scrolls?
They
I
did.
thought my manifest mind was gonna find her while we were doing that, so I was like, go away, my queen.
Michael, you put your entire faith in that thing, and we did fucking
You
nothing
guys,
to help.
the funny part was like you had all of your faith that she would be outside of a building.
This chestnut just calls in.
Do we know if she is still if she's undercover? Is she pretending to be an Imperial still? Do we actually have that information?
The thing he said about her was that technically on paper, but legally, she is still an Imperial.
Okay.
That was the absolute first thing he said.
So it was a while ago and a lot of insanity.
Bro, it's been an hour and 10 minutes, and I can only remember like the last 5.
What ring, by the way?
Water walking.
Okay, the one that gets you cast water walk on yourself. That one.
It doesn't even. It just lets you walk on water if you want. You don't even have to cast the spell. It just does it.
Just imagine like a double door just opening and just a bright orange.
Ellie showed up, went to go do a map, which was being helpful, and the rest of us decided to do nothing for an hour.
Okay, so I suggest one of us, probably Ellie, goes and asks someone about where they could find this person and make up some lie about you were tasked to come and find some information for her or something. And then we can infiltrate everyone's houses while we're doing that.
I'll do that if the guy gives me my map back.
We need to find a natural ending point for this.
I decided this entire session just to be inconvenient.
By the way,
because
I'm dealing with daylight savings time, is this usually the time we would end sessions?
Well, it currently is 20 to 9. We have an amount of time still. It's fine.
Okay.
But
we start at like 2.
We started at like
2:14. So
yeah.
It's been 2 hours and 30 minutes.
We've done fucking nothing in almost 3 hours.
By the way, it's been quite a few weeks since we've even had a Magic Abound session.
Yeah.
Like,
we saved up all of that energy to just not do anything with it.
The vibes were immaculate, and we've done fucking.
Well, sometimes it's gotta be like that. You guys have had fun, so.
Have you been alright? I was the DM's fun being, because I feel like we've kind of been unhelpful as shit.
Well, no, you haven't done anything actively to screw me over. It's just I've had to open a lot more tabs than I was expecting to today.
I'm just real. We are still recording. We're just having a conversation. These are the conversations we have after the session ends.
Well, the session has been. Yeah,
thoroughly.
I can't stop laughing.
Okay. Let's just mute yourself, and we'll just continue with the episode.
I've been like silent laughing for like 5 minutes.
No, you haven't.
I've just been crying. Like my whole body's just like sweating.
You have not been laughing silently.
No, I mean,
when
you've been hearing me laugh, and then when I've gone quiet, I've still been laughing, but the silent, painful.
Vagan,
yes.
give her the map back.
Okay,
Give her a map back. We can get through this.
we can do it.
We can succeed.
We've got this.
You're exhausted. You're just giggling.
So-
It's fine.
I'm so tired.
I also only have like 4 hours of sleep. I went to sleep at like 3 in the morning and woke up at
It's like,
like
we
8
all have
o'clock.
exhaustion in character. You have exhaustion in real life.
Vagan will hand back the map and is ready to assist the party.
Okay.
Okay. So
Game plan. Ellie goes to talk to someone just to ask if they know where this person is for whatever random reason you can come up with on this just at the time.
well, okay, she's an Imperial soldier, so we could just be like, hey, she offered me what's the term? There's something I need a
Reward.
yeah, like she offered me a reward for something. Well, I know, because then they'll be like, oh, just go to the place that does it.
True, yeah.
There's information that she needed help with, and she doesn't want to spread the information about someone that's not like actually guilty. So before she gets all of her stuff, so that way they know like, hey, it could just be nothing, but we don't want to spread rumors about people.
That could work. If you want to continue to infiltrate everyone's buildings, that also works.
Sure, I'll go see what I can do.
Thank you.
What, now we just leave her there? We'll all run away.
So, what's everyone else doing?
Hiding.
Laying low.
Yeah, I'm staying in the alleyway.
I'm gonna have my manifest mind to follow Ellie, just in case something happens, so we're aware. I'm gonna go the other direction, and if I could find her as well. So I'll go around asking, too.
Okay. So, Relio and Vagan sort of just like hide out in the alley while both Ellie and Mr. Chestnut go out to ask some questions. Now, who exactly are you guys trying to find? Are you just finding some random guy, or are you going to talk to one of the soldiers that are sort of patrolling around?
I'll go talk to a soldier.
Yeah, I'll go talk to a soldier, too.
Fuck off. I'm talking to a soldier. Go away.
Soldier.
Stinky.
Fucking hell. That
Stinky,
was not the
go away.
response I was expecting. I as well. No, fuck off.
Go away.
I will.
Okay. Anyway, I just
am reporting her to the police.
damn.
So,
And I walk up to the soldier. Just the first one I see.
yeah, you see like kind of like a Goliath in like the cold weather gear. Not as much of it as other Imperial soldiers. It seems this Goliath is more accustomed to snow and winter. It sort of like looks down at you as you approach.
Good evening. Hi. Hello. Look.
The soldier does like eyebrow raise a little bit as you like mess up a simple greeting. Just stay silent.
By the way, I've completely forgotten her name. By the way.
It's either Keldarthy or Keldothy. I don't know how
Yeah.
specifically.
It's Keldathy.
Dothy? L? Or...
Can you
Can you please spell it?
I will
it.
type it out. Yes.
Wait, is it an O or is it an AR? That's how I was writing it.
I still don't even know how to spell locked in.
It's low con.
It's low
Why do you
con.
guys? You guys just keep butchering his name, and I just keep ignoring it, but it just keeps getting worse every
We would care
time.
more if he was actually around.
I know.
He's not around to defend himself anymore.
He's not around. Yeah. I have spelled it out within Magic Abound.
Okay, it's an A.
Keldathi. Oh.
Yeah.
Kelder.
Eldritch Blast.
At a high level, you could send 4 of them.
God damn it.
4 beams of Keldathi. Keldathi blast.
This is gonna be a right disaster to edit.
It is. It really is.
Just keep the whole thing.
Oh no, it's staying in 'cause it's fun. I was trying to figure out how to make it make sense. It's like an edit
He's not
episode.
supposed to. We didn't do anything.
There's just a black screen, basic white text at the beginning of the video. Just,
This
yo,
episode
we
didn't
had
get very
no,
far.
yeah, we had no idea what we were doing this episode.
Yeah.
We've
We're
all
all
deer in
sleep
headlights
deprived.
this shit. Honestly, yeah. To be fair, I'm not sleeping great at the moment either. So I think I've been ill as bollocks the last few days, so I'm on some nefarious shit.
Sometimes you just need some goofy episodes, you know. That's all right.
Anyway,
So
Anyway,
I, I'm looking for a certain woman goes by the name Keldathi, I believe. Would you be able to point me in her direction?
you see, he kind of looks down at you. He goes, "Ah, you mean the lieutenant? She'd be up in the fort up there." And he like jabs a thumb back towards like the giant fort that sits behind the town.
Thank you. And I just walk.
So you don't tell anyone where you're going. You just go.
I will, when I'm out of, well, when I know he's also walking away, like the other direction, hopefully, I will turn around. And do I see Chestnut?
You don't see,
see my
Chestnut,
orb?
but yeah, you see the orb.
What happens if I cast message on the orb?
well,
I mean,
the orb has
can, like-
senses.
Yeah, the orb can tell me what it hears and sees, so
I'm
technically it would hear it.
I'm casting message on the orb and telling them where I'm going. Or telling it where I'm going, so that Chestnut can tell the others.
So Chestnut, you're like walking towards a soldier, and then you just hear from your orb what Ellie said.
And I just turn around instantly and start walking towards her.
You're just stalling. You just do a 180. Just,
Well,
do either of you? Do you go to tell Vagan and Remy? Or
yeah,
do
I
you-
cast. Yeah, I look for them and say like, "Hey, we know where she is."
Well, that was
Actually-
easy. Wonder why it took so long.
Yeah. If we can get a hold of her today, if we get a night's rest, I can message her in the morning. This
by
is
the way,
about-
Pardon?
you,
Sorry, I
you
missed that
do
part.
see that Ellie, like through your orb, that Ellie is actively just walking to the fort right now.
Ailey's going to the fort. Catch up with her.
And I go to catch up with her.
Okay. Does Relio go as well? I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys all walk up to this fort. You can see very like large stone walls, very much more recent construction than most other things in the town.
By the way, I'm standing like right outside the fort, and the moment I see them, I'm just gonna say it took you long enough.
I will take that ring away.
No, not the ring.
But yeah, you see there are a few guards like along the walls. There are two soldiers sort of standing right outside this large metal gate that has come down that is blocking the entranceway.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go up to the guards myself.
Okay. You see, they
Hello
very much add attention as you walk up.
Hello there, my name's Mr. Chestnut. How are you?
You see, the one that's like sort of on the left sort of just gives you a curt nod, and the one on the right just, "I'm doing fine. What's your business?"
Well, Miss Keldathi, I was an old acquaintance of her, and I wanted to check up on her.
You see, he kind of looks down at you, sort of squints. "Unless you're here on official Imperial business, I'm afraid I can't let you through."
Oh, I actually owned a magic shop, and she used to come to me for advice, and I wanted to give her updates on some stuff.
You got a signed document, Imperial document, stating that you'd have access to this area?
Oh no, I don't want to go in. I just want to see if she wants to talk to me now, if she's free.
You see, he sort of nods. He looks over to the other soldier that's standing there. He sort of does another nod and just kind of goes into that kind of like a guard station on the one wall and enters the premises. So you see him walk into the fort. And as you know, it takes a few minutes, but you do see the guard come walking back out with who you recognize. Everyone who recognizes her name, you guys would recognize as Miss Keldathi. And I will go ahead and send an image in Magic Abound for you all.
We successfully did a thing.
You successfully did a thing.
Just the one.
Well, hello there, Miss Kildathy.
You see, she gives you a warm smile. She goes, "Mr. Chestnut, it's been quite a while."
Again, honors with honors, fucking kill
That's
me.
all, folks.
Fucking Vagan stood there right at the back, just staring at her with a very just unenthusiastic face.
We got her for the. I'm trying to remember why we were mainly supposed to reach out for her. Is it just to help us with like the rebellion?
You were told because she's an Imperial, she might know things about like this gem or whatever. And also, you were asked by Timothy, like she'd probably be a good idea if you don't like Imperials, someone to get a hold of, because she has been actively looking to sort of defect.
Well, Miss Kildathy, we actually just came to the island a little bit ago, or was it a few weeks ago? Week ago?
It's been about a week or so.
About a week or so, and we wanted to catch up about the old business that we used to do.
Ah, I see. Well, currently on the clock, can't really get away at the moment. But if you're going to be able to stick around till later on tonight, I can try to meet up with you then.
I would love that. Is there anywhere in town that we should try to settle down?
The inn would probably be the best bet. Just down there. Uh, it's just called the Rusty Nail. I don't know why they called it that. Not a very appealing name, but it's just down there. You can't miss it. It's probably the worst looking building here, including the things that were here before we got here. So, you won't be able to miss it.
I appreciate that, and I'm gonna cast a message on her. What should we say about our associates? They're not exactly the most legal of folk.
I am. I don't say anything at all
We won't hear.
because I don't hear it.
Yes,
She's just sort of like in your head. She's like, just don't mention them.
especially the
I've
they're pretty.
I've recognized the two people you have in your company. In your head, like
There's 3 in the
Holy
company.
gods.
she
My
doesn't
God.
recognize you.
Yeah, she,
But like after like there's this like weird like bout of silence as you guys are staring at each other, and the guards kind of look at each other. She goes, "Well, I have to get back to work. I will see you all later. I'll be able to introduce myself to your company later, then I suppose. But you should probably really get going."
Yes, thank you, and thank you too for letting us chat. I appreciate you.
You see, they nod. Vagan,
Mhm.
give me perception. What's your passive perception?
18.
18. You definitely notice the one guard who hasn't spoken anything, like who's just been sort of like nodding and stuff, has been sort of like giving you a few glances over, a little bit more than anyone else. You're not sure what it can mean, but he definitely is paying attention to you a little bit more than anyone else.
Are we leaving now, or are we still talking?
It seems like the conversation's wrapping up at least.
Vagan will like hang back a little bit, look towards. Actually, no. No, you know what? No, I'm just gonna go with the party.
Okay. So the rest of you kind of like walk away from the fort. Miss Kildathy just sort of walks back in. The other 2 guards take their positions outside. And now you guys are just left in the town again, sort of just standing around.
Did she say that there was a tavern to go to?
Yes. The rest
The Rusty Nail. Like, let's just go there. I have 4 gold, so hopefully it's not too expensive here.
4 gold, Mr. Chestnut.
I spent 500 of it on.
Now, I wouldn't do this for anybody else, especially him. Points to Relia. Hands you 100 gold. No friend of mine will not have gold in their pocket.
Thank you.
am I a friend of yours?
You're a pirate, love. Of course you're a friend of mine.
I'm not a pirate. Am I a friend of
You're no
yours?
longer my friend. Leave me alone.
Damn, I know this.
Also, Vagan.
Yes.
One of the spells I got, which if you end up wanting me to cast on you, if you ever need, it's called non-detection.
Oh.
And I don't have it prepared because I still need to sit down and learn it.
Also, as we're like walking back as well, like Relio, not Relio, Vagan walks up to Relio, like nudges him. You know, I can swim now. I can swim.
I've only took you about what?
Don't make an old
Years
joke.
longer than I did.
Yeah, you're right. He just keeps walking.
Well, I was born underwater. If I couldn't swim, it'd be an issue.
I just sort of sink immediately.
I don't. At least not anymore.
You're welcome, by the way.
Especially not anymore. Thank you.
Oh, she said thank you.
You gave me a gift of a ring that will be very helpful to me. Of course I'm going to say thank you. I'm not a pirate like you that doesn't say thanks.
I say thanks all the time. Vagan does the part. Fellas, though, when we were there talking with, what's her face? One of those guards was giving me the old stink eye. I think I've been discovered.
You are quite stinky.
I regret buying that ring more and more by every sentence you speak.
You might have to.
Hey, you've done worse to me.
You might have to go into a bit of a little hidey hole.
Might have to do the old pirate boogie.
What?
Just hiding out in a tavern and paying people not
Pretty
to say
much.
anything. Or threatening.
That will get really expensive if you have to pay them.
That's why I usually threaten.
To the tavern we go.
Okay. And as you guys head off towards that tavern, we're gonna leave the session there for today.
I'm gonna call this session,
yeah.
just in my notes, just the fucking... the session. The session of all time.
So let's have a quick rundown of what we did this session.
No, don't laugh again.
We went to talk to Adam Timothy in the house that he has been essentially given at the moment. He's there. He went, can you go and talk to this person for me? Went, yeah, bet. Went to go buy some stuff for about 2 hours. And then, like, with the actual... we basically went shopping in real time.
Yeah.
And then went and talked to someone, and they went, yeah, alright, let's talk later. In about 3 hours or so of a session.
Yeah.
Fantastic session.
Well, it's always every time a DM's like, hey, here's something you can buy. It's always at the most random time. It's like, oh shit.
Well, because you guys
that's
were like,
funny.
oh, we want to go get scrolls. So I was like, oh, you're going to a magic shop. Well, the magic shop isn't just going to have scrolls. So then you guys got interested with that. I was just fully expecting you guys to rob the place. I wasn't expecting you guys to actually just, like, buy stuff. Like,
No, I have morals.
Robbing
defined.
places, it all depends on the escapability.
I would have robbed them, but I got requested not to, and I didn't want to be that person in the party.
In this specific scenario, robbing something that's surrounded by Imperials isn't a great plan.
That wasn't my issue. The issue I had was she wasn't like an Imperial. If she was like some random Imperial lady, I would have been like, bet and just steal everything.
So when Chestnut asks you not to rob someone, you listen. But when I do it, you don't.
Yeah.
Damn.
okay, alrighty. So we're going to do our outro here before we keep going. So I'm gonna start off a little differently. We're not going to start off with socials this time.
Oh!
We're going to leave those. Make sure to like and subscribe. We're getting real close to 600 at the time of recording this. So
We are rapidly approaching.
We might probably be past it by the time this comes out. But
be
also make
crazy
sure
to think.
make sure to check out Bunker Light, our Discord server. Hopefully, we're hoping to do some more stuff with that soon. So feel free to pop on by. But yeah, now we'll do anything else? Anything else we need to mention?
I think it's mainly just socials.
Mainly just socials. All right, so we're gonna start with Cass.
You can find me on Blue Sky at CassBNKR.
Alrighty, and Rennie.
I'm in Blue Sky, Ready Being KR, and you can find me here on the channel.
Alrighty, and Zach.
You can find me at Zedits BNKR on Blue Sky and also at this channel.
And Velvet.
You can find me here, obviously, and at Blue Sky and Twitch, both at BNKR.
Gotcha. Yeah, and I didn't know if you guys knew this. You can also find me here on this channel.
That's
I know,
crazy.
It's such a surprise. You can also find me at Blue Sky, Claw BNKR. But yeah,
That's a debut
Well,
session.
yeah, and hopefully next time we'll get a little bit more done.
Yeah.
Uh,
Fingers
until next
crossed.
physically
time.
hurt.
Say goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.